everyone. So if I have chosen my life, then what is destiny?
Well, um, destiny and free will are both partners. They're not enemies. Part of everything that we do might be predetermined, but some of them, how we execute that plan, is actually free will.
Right. What if like the major incidents in our lives, like say, this a family that we have chosen, right?
Right.
The major incidents, like whether it's a big loss or it's a major illness or marriage as a partner, finding a partner, a very strong partner. All these could be, say, for example, destined. All right. That's what a
Right.
soul has chosen at the soul level. And that's what it's like a major goalpost in your life. So when you're going on a journey, all right, the major goalpost is this. Like if this is what like the lessons that you have to learn, this experience has to be there. It has to be there. This karma has to be balanced. It is there. All right. That's what destiny is. Or even like these sudden opportunities that you get suddenly in your life, or a sudden event happens which is like you would have not thought of, and all of that. This is your soul pushing you through the soul's journey under the destiny, basically. So these are the destined, or this is what we call as destiny, or situations as it is. How we perceive it, what we do about it, is what we have a free will to.
Absolutely. So how I see it is that just to make it very, very easy for, since it's a heavyweight philosophical kind of subject, the easiest way to understand it is that you have to get to, say, to Dubai from Calcutta. You can choose to take a bus, you can choose to take a train, or you can choose to take a flight. Depends on how fast you want to get there. So those choices are free will, where you can choose how to get to your destination, but you have to go there. That is already predetermined. Just like say, for example, you get onto a bus, you know that you will have certain pit stops in your life. You'll have loss of relationships, you'll have loss of parents, probably you'll have loss of job, right? Those or difficult situations, financial difficulties, those things are predetermined. But while you're sitting in the bus, going through those pit stops along the way, how you sit through that journey depends on what you want your life to look like.
True. So whether in the bus, are you which seat are you going to sit on? Are you going to talk to different people? Are you going to listen to the music? What music you're going to listen to? So the journey is predetermined, but how you travel is the free will, you have to say. Another example would be like the house that you're building is decided that you're going to build a house. That's confirmed. All right. Now, how many rooms you're going to build in it, or where the kitchen would be there, and whether there's going to be a garden, or whether it's just going to, and what colors you're going to put in the house. All of that is free will.
Right.
So if you
How?
want to make it beautiful,
Yeah.
do you want to make it colorful, or do you want to make it dark? Do you want to make it spacious, or do you want to have, put in
Yeah.
very small in size and, constricted? It's all the choice and free will that we have. So yes, situations will happen, challenges will come, experiences will be there. So these are certain distinct things. How you react to it, what you make out of it,
Right.
is the free will that you have.
I think relationships also are very closely mapped to that, right, Tanveer? Because
Yeah.
how I see it is that we often end up, uh, sometimes we get lucky, we choose the right people around us. Sometimes, even with the difficult people that we choose, we always have a choice there.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
we choose to be with them for a certain period of time, no matter what happens. You just select that I am going to work this out no matter what,
Hmm.
right? That is one lesson. The other choice that you have is that you have clear boundaries that I'm not going to play this game. This is not something that I can do it or I can
Yeah.
take it. Or the other choice is that you change yourself and probably you become more compassionate.
Yeah.
Or it can go either way. You can become bitter about it, but
Yeah.
you still
Yeah.
are in the relationship.
Yeah.
So each of these choices will again get you to a certain degree of experience, right?
Right.
And that experience is eventually a lesson for the soul.
Right. So, like you rightly said, right? See, the relationship is destined, all right? Because at the soul level, you have decided that this is one relationship, a contract, whatever that is, that you have had. Now, what you do with it is the free will that you have, right? So, would you stay? Would you leave? Or would you become more compassionate? Would you become bitter? Even for a loss that you have, if you lost a loved one, all right, you can end up being bitter,
Yeah,
or you can end up being more compassionate. What you do with that is what determines your, and what will happen is, say, for example, if your soul's journey and your destiny is to learn a certain lesson and master a certain virtue, all right, let's say of compassion. So you will be keep getting those lessons, those experiences, all right. So I would say there can be an experiences of betrayal, for example, or and if you keep having those kind of, or people just stepping over you all the time, and you keep having that experience again and again, all right, your destiny is there, that journey is there. If you are not learning that lesson and maybe having those boundaries, all right, that journey will become longer, like it can be a bus journey, all
yeah,
right, and it can be difficult, it can be like with all the roller coaster rides. Or the sooner you learn the lesson of making those, having those boundaries, all right, the journey becomes faster. So the goal is there, the destination is there, the this is there. How fast you reach is how fast you choose differently again. So say if I have not chosen not to have boundaries and I keep allowing people to walk over me, all right. So my first experience of walking around me, I don't learn it. I keep going that. I keep going on that same road till the time I shift. Hey, this is not working for me. This is too slow. I shift. I said I have boundaries. I can jump from a bus to a flight and go faster and have a more comfortable journey, right? So, and then it comes the next goalpost. Okay, this lesson is complete and that is done. And you will have these challenges or these things in your life. And sometimes, most, a lot of us have had these experiences like a sudden job loss or a sudden loss of a loved one, all right? Or these are destined. I mean, and when we talk about destiny, it is our soul deciding these experiences or these milestones for us to make that switch. Yeah, how many times we found that the COVID experience that we had, right?
yeah,
That people have lost jobs and they've gone into businesses. So
yeah.
that lost job was them, their soul shifting them, pushing them to their destiny, to
Right,
their path. Now, if they still continue, like one option, I'll keep continue looking for a job and I will, probably they're not meant for a job. And, they struggle looking for a job and, then there's a struggle there, right?
right.
But if they're at that point of time, you choose that, hey, maybe it's time for me to look, and there will be business opportunity coming up, or you look for business opportunity and that comes up and you take it and you work on it, then you have, that's the free will you had to choose differently, a different experience
In
from the
both
same
the free will
situation.
and the destiny, whatever it is, there's still
Hmm,
actions required to each of
definitely.
them, right?
Yes. So like we cannot say, okay, my soul has decided, and this is the abundance I'm going to get. This is my, I just don't have to do anything. It doesn't work that way.
Right,
And that's why we talk about action is the not taking action also is free will, and
right.
taking action also is free will. So if
Yeah,
you choose to take action, that's your free will. That's not destiny. Your destiny was say a business, but if you choose to take or not, it still depends upon you. And
right.
if you do not choose what is there in your list, to it's not aligned to the destiny, your choices, what happens is there is just more a struggle, there is just more suffering, and that kind of a thing till the time you are aligned to your destiny. So our actions, our free will, and the more aligned they are to our destiny, the more ease we get into our lives. And we see today people struggling and suffering and going through this. Only question what is important that each one needs to ask today is that what is it that I'm learning from it? What is in it for me? Why, when I say the why the struggle is it, what is it teaching me?
Yeah,
What is it? What is it happen? Why is it happening for me? Not why is it happening to me? All
right.
right. So this struggle is happening, or there's a debt, or there is a heartbreak, or there is illness. Why is it happening for me? That brings in a lot of change and perspective. And the moment you have that understanding that, hey, this is something good for me, and let me see what I can shift and change and what I can, different action can I take, your destiny is still there, your actions, it just becomes more ease. You are going to reach that destination. Are you going to do it through struggle or are you going to do it through ease? And most of the times, and this is my personal journey, is that having gone through so much of hardships and so much of struggles and so much of loss and suffering and all of that, that I've now realized, hey, I could have done it. It didn't have to be difficult. It could be
Sometimes,
easy.
sometimes we just make the hard choices because we feel
Yeah,
that, that is the best way to get to that place, right? Because we
yeah,
don't think things through, right?
yeah, yeah.
We just see that situation and we don't respond, we react. The
Right,
moment we
right.
take a step back and think that what would be the best way forward with this,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah,
situation is here. I
yeah,
cannot run away from the situation. I can't hide.
yeah,
I have to deal with it. What is the best way that I can put myself out there, yet achieve exactly what I'm supposed to do? Have patience
right.
with what is coming through. There's a very, very uh, nice example, Tanveer.
Mm,
Not everybody believes in astrology, but
yeah,
there was this person that I met, and in a very, very light conversation, the person said that why don't I look at your astrological chart? Now, obviously, anybody is inquisitive, right? It's just like, oh,
mm,
okay, tell me what's there, kind of a thing,
mm,
right? So he suddenly
mm,
looks at my chart and he's like, oh my God. I said, what happened? I was expecting to hear really good things about,
mm,
but that's how it is, right? So he's like, my God, the next 3 years are going to be so difficult for you. And it's surprising that you still are smiling and going through life and stuff like that. Are you in some kind of a trouble or something? I said, trouble is every day, right? Life treats you differently every single morning that you wake up. Every day is different, right?
yeah,
So he said, yes, this trouble is going to be there. There are two choices you have, right? Because whatever you do is not going to work out. You're going to have losses, you're going to have this, you're going to have that, all those things. This is a period of time
mm,
where you'll be tested
yeah,
for your values, your perseverance, all of that. But
yeah,
also remember that this is the time is where you are putting in seeds in the ground. You will not see
yeah,
any flowers of fruits, nothing. You will just
yeah,
see seeds. You're putting on
mm,
seeds. What you will see is that at the end of this whole period of 3 years, things will just start working out on their own. And I just
mm,
took it like a light conversation, as it would
mm,
be. And it's a fact. In those three
mm,
years, um, uh, I still continue doing the things that I do.
yeah,
And at the end of those 3 years, I could see that things kept showing up.
yeah,
And had I not taken action and believed that person that it is a bad time, I cannot reach where I'm supposed to reach. And I would have just sat back and said, oh, nothing's going to happen. So just let me, sit on the chill bus and not do anything. I would have
yeah.
probably been in the same place, right?
True,
Because I've not
true.
taken any action.
Right, right. So, like you rightly pointed out in terms of astrology, right? It's a lot of people say, "Huh, it's all this kind of people do like future readings," and like I myself do readings and stuff like that. But my first caveat is that it is not set in stone. You can
Right.
change it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can
Absolutely.
change it with your choice, with your actions. So, even in astrology, like when people say, "Okay, this is some bad time," or these planets or whatever, they tell you you do this ritual, you do this charity, you do this, or
Yeah.
you wear that, and that kind of a things. What does that mean? It means that you are taking some action,
Right.
all right, and that it means that it can change the impact of it. Say a situation, if there is a loss, which is this time, right? At the same time, do I sit on it, or do I still keep working on it towards it? And the second choice I have is, do I look at it as a loss, or do I look at it as a just a experience and what I'm learning from it? Maybe I needed to learn to trust myself more. I knew that, okay, I'm going to go through this financial loss, or I had this blind faith in this person, and like I made this investment, and like whatever. Or I just had to learn to be probably learn more about my investments before I make, those kind of things. So I just need to upgrade that. Either I look at it as an opportunity for me to grow, or I can look at it as an opportunity, as an experience that it's a loss and it is bad. And it is these negative thoughts that actually make you stuck and take no actions.
Right.
Like if that astrologer
Right.
told you, and if you had got stuck with that negative thought that, oh, it's going to be bad, you would not be able to take action. But if you said,
Right.
okay, whatever it is, you made that choice. You made the
Free will.
choice that
Yeah.
whatever happens, I'll keep moving. I'll just keep doing what I need to do, and we'll see what happens, right? So it's that kind of a thing. So
So,
always know that future is
yeah.
not set in stone.
Yeah.
The Your experience is not set in stone. How you look at life, how you experience life is your choice. And that's the free will.
Absolutely. And just like the saying goes, when life throws you lemon, you better know how to make the best lemonade in the world, right?
Yes, and enjoy it
Yeah,
at the beach. Yes, see beautiful sunset. It's good.
absolutely. All's good. All is well. Tanvir, it was a lovely chat. I think it's a great understanding of free will and destiny. We shouldn't get stuck in one place and try taking the ownership of our own lives and uh, not try not to blame anybody else because
Yes,
at the end of the day, it is our choice.
yes, very true. Thank you
Thank you.
so much, Abby. It was wonderful. See you again, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this conversation. See you again next week with a different topic, an interesting topic. Don't forget to subscribe and like our pages on social media.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.